And before we start, a quick Patreon shout out to Lady Strange 67. Because, yeah, that's
Sounds like a
strange.
Resident Evil character.
Oh, George's.
She sounds high end. I love that.
Is George only frozen for me, or
am I frozen?
Yutaka, is he frozen for you?
No.
Oh.
It's just you. Just click on me. Click on my face.
Ooh, nobody
and I should come back.
Face.
Welcome to my
face. Somebody sat on your face, but no.
What have I done? It's been full screen.
Well, Lady Strange, you've made things strange for this intro because things are going. So thank you.
Oh, well, I can't see what George is doing. So thank you, Lady Strange, for stranging it up in here as well as in yourself.
Not in yourself, but in yourself. Yeah.
She might be in herself, but we don't know.
2023.
Everyone's entitled to do what they want. Oh, well, let's just hope. No, you're still frozen.
Click on my face, just like to...
I have.
Or drag me if you drag me from one side.
No, it's just you going.
Oh well, it's fine because it's Yutaka that's recording. If he can see me moving, then
I can. I mean, you're glitching, so it's your internet. Did you get that fixed?
I'm plugged into the Ethernet cable.
Oh, I'll tell you. But anyways, oh god,
shit happens.
No one's gonna miss me.
You don't need to get that close to the screen.
Sorry, I'm just trying to fix the internet.
That's more like a daddy chill.
Oh, rude.
Oh well, if it's not fixed, it's not fixed. Right.
Welcome to the Horror Hour.
We all go a little mad sometimes. We get you.
Hello, and welcome to the Horror Hour. It's the show where we discuss, debate, and disagree on all things horror. I'm one of your hosts, Liam. Hello. And today I'm joined by Yutaka.
Hello.
Butch. And John.
I was up for Princess Leia. I was this close. So who gets it? The one who sleeps with George Lucas. Hi.
Yeah. And unfortunately, my really fun idea of an episode has been thrown into absolute chaos and shambles because someone hasn't turned up. We don't know where he is. He's probably out with his boyfriend, Nick. But that is David. We don't know where David is. So now you're just going to be left with us three talking about the topic, which is celebrity cameos. Which is why, obviously, I was like, well, David's going to be perfect for this. Because he is the fountain of culture knowledge. But now now our fountain is dry. Like it's asshole.
Oh.
So yes, celebrity cameos in horror. Good, bad, who cares? It doesn't matter what they were. Let's just discuss celebrity horrors. Celebrity horrors.
Celebrity horrors.
Well, we could talk celebrity horrors.
Let's just talk celebrity cameos in horror. Yes. So since George started off with quoting a celebrity cameo in a horror, I think it's only right that we will jump to him for the.
So my first pick is Carrie Fisher in Scream 3.
Fresher.
Carrie Fisher.
It appears we all can't speak today. How is Carrie Fisher?
She's dead. It's actually a birthday today. The day we're filming this, not the day it's going out.
Is it really?
The more you know.
So cute. Yeah, my pick is Bernadette, whatever her name is.
That's the reason for the episode.
Absolutely, yeah. It's dedicated to Carrie Fisher. But no, so yeah, obviously my first pick is this one. Yes, it's Scream, but I'm sorry, I will be predictable, and that's just what you get with me.
It's
But to
fine.
me-
We depend on your predictability.
Exactly.
It keeps
I
us
bring-
grounded.
Yeah, and then you two, the other guys, come with all these crazy ones that are from films that before 1996, and I go, "Wow, this is great! Like, amazing." So,
Don't throw me in the boat with that old bitch.
okay, so yours are normally like mid 2000s, but without me, and nobody would know any of them. So that's why I like to bring a little bit of, for the common people. I like to let them know some of the
Common folk.
easy
He likes to
ones.
improve the common folk's life.
Exactly. I'm down with the kids. So yes, Carrie Fisher,
Yeah.
absolutely fantastic in Scream 3. Even better is the fact that she wrote that scene. Some people say as well, there's a rumor that she was one of the ghostwriters after when the Scream 3 script was changed, which is also why a lot of the joke, especially for Jennifer Jolie's character, a lot of those, the comical elements of it supposedly came from her, which I would like to think because she is hilarious. But that scene in itself, just
That would make
ultimate.
sense.
Exactly. That's what I mean. I like to think that, even if it's not true. But ultimate perfection, that scene. And I said this, was it last year probably, when me and David were doing our like best Scream moments? I was very, for me, until about 12 years ago, I thought that was just a Carrie Fisher look. And I was like, God, she really does look like her, doesn't she? And then when she died, she died, and it was like, here's Carrie Fisher's best moments. I was like, that is her. Okay. I really thought, because her name was like Bernadette, whatever it is in the film, I was like, oh, it must be this woman, but that she does look just like her. Are we surprised? Of course we're not. But
no, we're not.
yeah.
But that was the whole point in the joke, George. Like,
yeah, I was like, that is
oh,
crazy.
you look like her.
Yeah. I was like, she really does look like her.
Yeah, that wouldn't have made it a joke, though.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, it's even funnier when it's you. See, it adds a little element to it. But yeah, she was fantastic in that movie, and the
like
fact
an
that
onion.
Exactly, the fact that she's able to like poke fun at herself, and kind of the idea, I think, just makes it, chef's kiss about the whole situation, joking about, the one who slept with George Lucas. And then I like that she kind of carried that on. Was it George won like an award, and she says in like her acceptance speech to him about like, if I didn't sleep, I hope I slept with you to get this part, because if I didn't, then who the hell was that guy? Like, she was always just up for a laugh, which I'm sad to say that I didn't get to see that. I wasn't as familiar with Carrie Fisher's work outside of Star Wars. I thought she was fabulous in Star Wars, but then obviously when she passed, I kind of delved into more of her work and kind of like her as a person, and she was just an absolute hilarious woman. And I'm glad that this scene in Scream kind of let that shine through. And she looked gorgeous, by the way, in that like silk, like black with like floral breasts, look amazing. Her hair was gorgeous, and she just added a lovely. She was a perfect threesome to Jennifer Jolie and Gail Weathers in that scene. So I had to just give that a shout out, even if it is one of the most obvious ones.
Well, I assumed either you or David was coming with that.
Yeah.
I was like, obviously, whichever
Watch
one
David
goes
now
first.
pop up. It was also George could at least say this.
Yeah. I mean,
so yeah, I assumed, and that is one of the reasons why I keep on saying that they need to bring Billy Lord in for a
that would
cameo.
be great. I mean, make it meta.
Oh yeah, obviously. They've got to make it meta as hell and funny.
They've got to get
I do think they should bring Billy Lord in.
I agree. I mean, they've got a couple more other problems to solve first with their writing before they start bringing in cameos like that. But thank you.
They could do something fun with
You sound
Billy
like
Lord.
you should have your own
That's all I'm saying.
podcast on it.
Wait, got the hairline.
Thank you, Liam.
Yeah. So Yutaka, next. Who would you like to discuss as a horror cameo?
Wow,
Which
my
80s icon?
person's dead too. And he's not an
Shock.
80s icon. May he rest in peace also, because I was a huge fan of this rock band. Chester Bennington from Linkin Park. Saw 7. And I remember when like it was really it's a really awesome cameo because it's a really elaborate trap, and there have been elaborate traps in the franchise. But this was so unique in that, everyone all hinged on if he could like rip himself off the seat and then pull the lever. If not, it was going to be a chain reaction of how all the deaths happened. And they were nasty and gnarly. And I mean, Chester Bennington's also got that really like distinct sound or scream or vocals. And so I really enjoyed that. I mean, that's really, I think part of it was just because I think he enjoyed the franchise as well, but I thought it was just really cool to see him in
I
that
assumed that's why he was in it.
and doing that. Like, oh my God, that it was just very elaborate, very gnarly. And yeah, it was a very unexpected cameo, and that was definitely a cameo as well because it lasted like a couple minutes,
Yeah.
but it was a good one.
Yeah, because
That's probably one of the enjoyable deaths of that movie, that whole sequence.
Yeah. As you are aware prior to recording, well, as these two are aware prior to recording, I did admit that I stopped watching the Saw films. Because I thought they just got a bit stupid and a bit shit. So I knew he was in it. Never seen it.
It's just look up that's a good trap. I will say that's a phenomenal trap because of the special effects. Like it's gnarly. But yeah, no, that movie, Saw 7's probably one of the worst.
Yeah. I also thought that in Saw 7, maybe I'll have to go back and watch it, but I thought that the blood looked really pink.
Yes, in the dream sequence, it did.
Maybe it was that then, yeah. Because I was like, what is this?
I'm going to dream of pink blood.
It was weird.
Barbieland.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with your top?
Yeah. Courtesy of Ratchet.
Is that what it is? Ratchet clothing.
Ratchet clothing, yeah. You'd either have it on black or pink tie-dye. And I was like, I don't think I can pull off pink tie-dye. I'll go with black.
You made a wise decision.
I did. We can't all wear ugly clothes and try and get away with it. I'm a George.
Excuse me, I'm wearing a lovely... I picked this out in JD Sports the other day. I think this is a nice purple. It's like a lilac. Just good for running around the house.
I wasn't getting at you. I was hoping that you would follow on a chain reaction of saying, Yutaka, yes, rompers.
Aww. Listen.
I'm not the one who posts his outfits on social media all the time, so I just assumed he was talking about you, George.
Exactly. Well, I'm normally not in outfits when I'm posted on social media.
I was going to say, it's usually only in a jockstrap and a dream. Like,
listen, I don't think rompers work, but for some reason I think they work on Yutaka. And that's...
Yeah, because you only see from here up. I don't go out in them.
He's the size of a child, so that's what children wear.
You should really do a Chucky cosplay.
Oh my God, shouldn't he?
You should do a Chucky cosplay.
Please do.
You look iconic.
You could even hide in the corner of your room. People would think it was real.
Wouldn't that be a jump scare?
Behind the nun photo that's just moved. Anyway, go on.
Okay, so my cameo, I'm going to steal one from George just to see if it freaks him out a little bit. I'm going to go with Scream 4. I'm going to go with Anna Paquin and Kristen Bell. Just to see if he starts panicking because he's going to run out of cameos.
You underestimate how much I know about those franchises.
It's going to be some sort of background actor that was just on set one day and that accidentally walked past the camera so they're a cameo.
Great pick.
Yeah, so Anna Paquin and Kristen Bell in Scream 4. It was such an unexpected opening, Scream 4, with the fake opening on top of the fake opening, then jumping into the real opening. And I think Anna Paquin and Kristen Bell played it really well. Anna Paquin was delightfully annoying. But for anyone that's seen True Blood, we know she can play very well. She has that down to a T. And then Kristen Bell, that was when she was just doing was like, was it Veronica
Veronica
Mars?
Mars.
Yeah, so that was when she was doing like Veronica Mars and stuff like that. So she wasn't like Kristen Bell we know and love today. Um, so
Well,
Disney
a Disney
princess got
princess, yeah.
a Disney princess murdered someone. Princess Anna's a murderer, children. Um, not just her parents. Um, yeah, it was a fun cameo. It was more fun than it's Lucy Hale and
Yeah.
oh God, what's she called?
She was in the
Um,
remake of
90210.
90210.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember her name.
I
But
can't
yeah.
remember her name.
Well, Lucy Hale's
It was better than it was better than their cameo. So, and that's all we can ask for. If we're gonna get a cameo, at least make it good.
But I have to say, what I really like about the Scream 4 opening, because obviously I'm a bit of a Scream 4 stan, is that I do think that people overlook it when it comes to the openings across the board and horror movies. But I think it's so meta and plays on so many things. So, for example, like the Lucy Hale situation, that was all because people were like fan casting her in the film, so then they actually wrote that into it and they put it in the cameo. And then like to turn the whole joke of like, oh, Scream always has these cameos at the beginning. It's like, oh, here we go, like let's have more cameos and more cameos. And the fact that it was really a play on the Saw franchise and kind of like how they were just spitting these ones out every year. So it was like, okay, here's stab 6 and stab 7 one after each other. Like, I thought it was great. I just have to say that on the record, because I know a lot of people say
You've
that
said
it's
it on
one
the
of...
record many times.
I have, but I'm saying it again, Yutaka, just in case anyone's got dementia and has forgotten.
I will,
I haven't.
which highly likely.
Statistically.
I will back you up a little bit. I don't think it's the worst Scream opening. It's
No.
never last on my list.
3 is.
Scream 3's last on my list.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5.
Yeah.
Such a good opening.
I just don't think it
Interesting.
is when you look back at it personally. Jenny Ortega's great, but in terms of the offering
George just
of...
said, I don't think. That's what he just said.
in terms
Damn.
of the offering of what happens, I just feel like Scream 3 I enjoy because I love like the opening when it flies over the Hollywood sign and he's like going through like LA. I think that's such a cool opening. Then you should have told me where Sydney was now. I mean, that like is all just like amazing. Like, to me, that's so much more fun and interesting than a repeat of the original.
But it wasn't a repeat of the original.
No,
Yeah,
it was a
bitch
a
lived.
worse
No, it was a
version.
homage to the original, but making
Right.
it more
And Scream
brutal.
6 was a homage to Scream 2. Let's move on.
You're the one who keeps bringing up Scream, so look,
didn't bring up
bitch,
Scream.
you got to deal with that. You were the first person to bring it up. You can't get mad that Liam's calling you out on some shit.
Everything
I
is
have to agree.
wonderful.
3 is a horrible opening. So
Yeah.
you're outvoted. If this were Big Brother, you'd be evicted.
If only David was here, I know that he'd back me up. How dare you, David? How dare you?
David's dead.
But yes, Anna Paquin and Kristen Bell was
Anna
fun
Paquin and
cute.
Kristen Bell, Scream 4. It was good. It was fun. It was unexpected. George, let's give an unexpected.
Yeah, no, this one, well, it's not from Scream. So, so that's something
Holy
at
shit.
least. You know,
Brace yourself, everybody.
I know, and look, my
We're
lighting's
just going to
gone out 'cause
blow
it's
us away.
Like, my lighting said it's not talk about screen, then we can't see it. Hello?
This
Hello?
is for the benefit of everybody else, though,
Yeah.
really.
I know, sorry. So now Liam's
Hello?
frozen. Oh, now he's back. So my second pick is not from a movie, if that's allowed, but it is horror. And I'm
no,
going
it's
to
fine.
go with Naomi Campbell in American Horror Story Hotel. Because she was stunning. Obviously, it's Naomi Campbell. And I
When
really...
is she not? Yeah,
absolutely. And so obviously the look's one thing, but I actually thought she did a really good job. And I know she's done cameos in like TV and movies before, like as herself. But this one,
The Ugly Betty one will always be top tier Naomi Campbell.
Ugly Betty was iconic. And
Cameo.
back in the day, she did AbFab in like series 2 or series
Yes,
3,
yes.
like as herself. She was fantastic. But yeah, this one I just really, really enjoyed, and it was unexpected because I feel like, unless I just hadn't read about it, like I wasn't spoiled about it. So when she turned up on the screen, I was like, "Is this Naomi Campbell?" And she had a
At least
really
it didn't
great.
take you 12 years to realize that it was her.
Well, exactly. But by then,
There it is.
I had the internet, so I could Google. No, but her name did come up. I don't know why. Because that's what spoke. Because her name came up in like the beginning bit,
Oh, I hate
which
when that
I
happens.
hate it.
It just ruins a good
Ruins it.
cameo.
I wish that they would like when
Yeah.
Jessica Lange. I knew she was coming back in that season 8. I wish they wouldn't have like put it in the beginning because we would have been surprised anyway. But yeah, Naomi, fantastic.
But to be fair, we knew which episode Jessica Lange was going to be in because it was the only episode in Murder House.
No, but then she was back in the last episode, but we weren't 100% sure if she was going to be back in that, and then it came up at the beginning when they did the thing. But
I don't.
anyway,
I don't read.
no. Or can't, so that's easy enough. But yeah, so I thought Naomi
Public school.
Campbell, she was fantastic in it. She looked gorgeous. She had running through the halls of the hotel or the blood, just amazing. And so I had to give her a little shout out because she is an icon and a legend. So yeah, it would be Naomi. There's been some good American Horror Story
like it.
cameos.
There's a really good
Has.
cameo that's coming up in Chucky, but I don't want to spoil it for you all. I know this will air after it airs anyways, but there's a really good cameo that drops this week.
I mean, George, are you bothered?
I'm not watching it, and I haven't watched it since series
I'm
1.
not watching it either. So, spoil away. Tell us what.
All
It's your
right.
next pick. So,
yeah.
Is this your next pick? Do it.
Yeah, let's do it. This can't drop until Thursday then.
Fine.
like,
well, this is
Because-
this is next.
Yeah. Oh, you're
This
right.
is
It's the week
week
after next. Yeah.
anyway.
Perfect.
Yeah.
This one was a gag to me when I was watching it. Because
Gag.
it was a gag. Because also what happens to her character. And it is oh my god. How do you say her last? Is it Nia Vardalos? The lady from My Big Fat Greek Wedding? Is that how you say her name?
Oh,
I saying it
I
wrong?
don't know. It's something Greek.
Okay. She actually has a
At
cameo
least
in that.
Gyros. Nia
Yeah.
Gyros.
Um
Halloumi.
she has a cameo in the next or the season finale, mid-season finale of Chucky. And she plays a character that you're not used to seeing her as, and she plays a serial killer.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
she's kind of a bitch. And Tiffany ends up taking her out by doing voodoo on her. And it's very
Yay.
comical because Tiffany has a voodoo doll and she's literally just making her do all these terrible things to herself in front of, because she plays a serial killer who also is like a famous chef. And so she's giving all the prisoners like a cooking demonstration, and she ends up like just cutting herself. Oh my God. And then like boiling her face off. And oh my God, it's so good. It was just wild and campy. And I was like, it's my favorite of the cameos that has happened in the Chucky series.
Good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
Good cameo.
I still need to catch up. It just took them that long to air it in the UK.
Yeah, you guys are getting
by the-
screwed on that.
By the time season 2 arrived, like I think season 3 was ready to air or something. So I was just oh fuck this.
Well, I mean, you can
I'm
because
so
I
far
don't know when
behind. I
they're
can't
gonna.
join the conversation.
I don't know when
like,
they're
what's
going to
the point?
finish it. They still have to film the final half of this season. So
Same with American Horror
Yeah.
Story. That finished like this week, and it was like, see you next time. And I was like, when?
Yeah.
You can pull that face. It was great. Loving it.
No, I'm
this
saying like,
season is
oh.
shit.
I'm enjoying.
I mean, you probably is one of the only people that I've seen have that opinion. Everyone that I've seen that's watching
People-
it has been turning around and saying they're having a good time with
It's a
it.
good time. It's better than it's better than the last 2 seasons easily.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it's like that bad. I don't think anything's
I
gonna.
mean, it's not
top
back
this.
to return, but
Yeah, and no one's
No,
saying it's like
it's never going
how
to be.
it was. They're just saying it's fun.
Mm.
Something can be shit and fun at the same time.
Like they
It's
know
fine.
it's bad, so they're like leaning into it. That's what they're like being so camp with it that it's like stupid.
I don't think they're even being camp at times, but you know, it is what it is. I'm allowed to have my
Yeah.
opinion. I'm glad you guys are
No,
enjoying it.
not.
I'm glad you're
I'm not watching
enjoying it.
it.
I'm just not one of them. Oh, you're
Thank
not
you,
watching it?
Yutaka.
No.
Oh, well then you're out
I
of the
knew it was going to be shit.
conversation.
I didn't say I didn't say I'm enjoying it. I said you're one of the only people I've seen with that opinion. Everybody else online has said it's a fun time. It's fine to be the odd one out in the room. George is that constantly.
Yeah.
This is true.
And I embrace that.
He does. So
He luxuriates in it.
live more like George.
Well, give me a really rich
Hashtag
mommy
be
and
more
daddy.
George.
No, I couldn't be
Sell
like
your feet
George. I'm a
pictures on
common person.
OnlyFans.
You know?
You're just
And
gonna
I
have the
didn't go to private
mentality of
school.
gonna pretend.
Well, obviously, it hasn't really helped me with
This is
I was
true.
gonna say, what's it done for him?
Nothing.
nothing.
Just pretend you're Rachel Dosnell or whatever she was called and
Who?
fake everything.
Oh, the one who said
Does-
that she was black.
Black and educated.
Oh,
She was, yeah.
oh God.
Or
yeah.
that guy who's like a Ken
then-
doll and then transitioned and now he's like against trans people. That fool.
Is that the one who
England,
said he
Ollie
was
London.
Asian?
Ollie London.
Yeah,
Yes.
he was transracial, and now he's like, I was suffering with mental health. All trans people. I'm like, anyway, that's a completely different story. He's a bizarre person.
Oh, yeah,
Also,
'cause he
J.K.
went
Rowling
from-
said she wants to go to jail rather than accept that trans women are women. So let's get her in jail, guys.
Yeah.
Send it to jail. Fine,
Yeah.
fair enough. Go on. Fuck
Sorry,
off.
anyway.
So my next one, I am going to go with. Do I go with the stupid one or one that I enjoy? I'm going to go with the stupid one. I'm going to go with Abby Lee Miller in Sharknado 5.
I mean, the
Because it
entire
was just-
Sharknado franchise is
No,
practically
kind
cameos
of.
upon cameos
But
upon cameos.
I think the one that always sticks out to me is the Abby Lee Miller one because it's
Never
just
seen
literally
these films.
that I've seen the first one and I've seen this cameo. It's literally like what 15, 20 seconds this cameo,
Mhm.
and it's literally Tara Reid and whoever the lad is rock up to outside of
Ian's hearing
Westminster in London, and Abby Lee Miller's there, and she's like, "Where's Dr. Ronaldo or whatever?" And they get, "Oh, he's dead," and she's like, "Oh well, as I always say, everyone's replaceable." Shark just falls from the sky and
Of
swallows a
course.
whole. Like it's just great. It's so stupid.
Those were a huge
and-
hit for a while. It's
Oh, they
crazy.
really were. Going on for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Like what? There's like 7 or 8 of them. That's ridiculous.
And it's just all green
Tara
screen.
Reid was able to have a niece fixed thanks to it. Like
Good for
that's how much
her.
money she was getting. I don't think she actually did. That was a joke.
No, I mean that she
like,
got
she's
paid.
still got
Like
them
they
awful
originally weren't
days.
going to pay her. Like they were paying everybody else really good money, and they weren't going to pay her. And she's like, then I won't be in the next one. And guess what? She got her coin.
They got a coin.
Well, see. And now she's best friends with Jedward. How times
Oh yeah, because
Times
they
have
were on Big
changed.
Brother together.
yeah.
Bless.
They spent lockdown together. They lived together
really?
in LA during lockdown.
Wow.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Like who could put up with Jedward for that long? Or Reed apparently. So yes, just a short one, just a quick one. But yeah, Abby Lee Miller and Sharknado. I just wanted to bring it up because I thought it was so stupid. George, do you have another one?
Yes, I do. So this one is again, it's not a screen film. This is and it's a very very small cameo, but that's all right because it's part of the game. And it is Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright
Oh,
in
you
George
stole one of
Romero's Land of the
Land
Dead.
of the
Damn it!
Dead. Yeah.
Because I was such a sorry, Yutaka. Obviously,
no,
I'm
it's a good one. I'd love
a
it.
huge zombie fan, and George Romero's like, oh, I mean, just like one of the Godfather of horror, in my opinion. Next to Wes Craven, those two like formed my identity. And I really enjoyed Land of the Dead. I thought it did something really different
So
with the
they're to
zombie.
blame.
Yes, they are to blame. George and Wes, damn them. But yeah, I really liked what George did. Obviously, it had been so long since the last movie that he'd done, Day of the Dead. and he was like, it was also partly inspired by the fact that Shaun of the Dead did so well, and also the Dawn of the Dead remake did so well, that he was like, okay, it's time to bring it, to kind of reinvent the genre that he created. And I really enjoyed the idea of the zombies learn. I don't always like that idea, but I mean, it was George
But
Romero.
he didn't
so
direct this one, did he? I thought it was Edgar Wright.
No, that was Shaun of the Dead.
Oh.
Land of the Dead, I'm talking about, is the name of the film.
Yeah, no. I thought Edgar Wright also did that. Or maybe he was just friends. Never mind.
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, George A. Romero directed it.
Mhm.
They just had a cameo as
Cameo in it.
like a
Because they
Maybe.
obviously, put or Shaun of the Dead is obviously inspired by Dawn of the Dead. There's obviously no surprise there. So when he saw that, he was like, "Hey, do you want to be in this one as a cameo?" And they were like, "I think they're two zombies like in a photo booth." When it's like, "Hey, get a selfie with zombie." It's so stupid. But
yeah,
it was
it's like
just
the posh people like
the rich people are in, and all the poor people like living like fighting the zombies, and it's got the big tower. Listen, I loved that film. It was
It
different.
had some really gnarly sequences.
Yeah, and the main zombie guy was so cool. He looked scary when he got the gun and started shooting. And it's like they're communicating. I feel like it was one of the first times
Because this
that
is the one where they walked under the water, right?
the water, and they come out.
Yeah, no, okay.
So
Dennis Hopper was like the villain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he was the
person
the
in
old,
charge of
the old guy with the red tie.
No.
Such a good film. I
enjoyed that film. I've watched it a few times.
I like it. I'd like to. I mean, I wasn't a big fan of Survival of the Dead, which was his last main horror film, zombie in the franchise. But listen, I loved all of them up to that. I loved Land of the Dead.
That one.
Don't get me started on Diary of the Dead. I know people didn't like Diary of the Dead, but to me, that was like my dream come true. I mean, he said, "I'm going to take found footage and put zombies in it," and I was like, and again, that was sort of 2007, was it? Again, kind of in tune with Rec.
Yeah.
So he always had he always knew what he was doing, even if it wasn't received towards the end. But yeah, Land of the Dead, Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg, just thought that was really cute and really fun that he let them do that after they kind of, did their little zombie moment the year before. And I think people sleep on Land of the Dead, and I think it's a really interesting, different take on the zombie apocalypse. Instead of, oh, the apocalypse has happened, let's get somewhere safe. Like, it was a bit better than that. So that is my pick, Liam. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for helping. Yutaka, your next pick.
Thank you for helping. Well, this is going to be kind of a spoiler if you already haven't seen this film, so sorry about it.
Oh, I did not know Tatiana Maslany was in Diary of the Dead. Sorry.
What?
I was saying I didn't realize Tatiana Maslany was in Diary of the Dead.
Yeah,
that's funny.
I was just looking at the cast list and I was like, oh.
Maybe I'll watch it then. I don't know. So I'm going to go with Cabin in the Woods because there was a very good cameo at the end that I did not see coming.
She is on my list.
Your bestie.
And I freaking loved it. And that's Sigourney Weaver. Oh my God. When she walked out and she gave this really awesome monologue and was talking about everything. Oh, I was living for it. It was, I mean, the movie's fun, and so it was just kind of like a cherry on top.
And I had cameo in Paul as well. Speaking of Shaun of the Dead.
Oh my God,
she was in Paul as like the.
I thought she was in
right
Paul.
At the end.
Bruh. Oh.
You hated
you didn't
the film,
like
really?
It.
Wow.
I hate Cabin in the Woods. I think it is the most boring, awful horror film to come out in years.
Have you got a case of the Georges? Are you feeling all right?
Don't know what it is. I don't understand why everyone loves it so much. I don't understand.
I don't love it, but I think it's fine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's like the best film out there, but it's it's enjoyable, and I think honestly the kills were insane, and I did love all the different monster designs that it was taking from like all these elements. So I really enjoyed that.
But
okay,
just couldn't get behind it. Like I thought the only interesting part of the film was the bunker was like the scenes of the two people in the bunker control and everything. I thought everything else
they were hilarious. I loved those too.
A bit shit. Well,
all right, okay. Teach their own.
But it's fine. I know I'm like George in his Halloween opinion. Like I am in the minority, and I'm fine with that, and I'm happy to be there. I will channel my inner George and say, "Fuck that film."
I never say that about Halloween, but okay.
You say that about Laurie Strode all the time.
Yeah, but
That's Laurie Strode, not Halloween.
Sorry, I have the same opinion on the whole of Cabin in the Woods as George has on Jamie Lee Curtis.
thank you.
That's fair.
You may proceed.
But I did go like, huh? When Sigourney Weaver appeared, but then, as I said, yeah, I did turn around and be like, "Oh, shut the fuck up."
She's so cool.
Let
I was
Maud
so
Island.
excited when she was like when she came back for Alien Isolation in the game. I was like, oh, so good.
Oh,
And I'm so sad that they never got to do the Alien film that she wanted to do, the original.
Same.
I'm like, oh, I mean, I'm intrigued to see what this weird like this Gen Z Alien film is about, but
Oh yeah,
whatever.
because Fede Alvarez is doing this, right?
Yeah,
no.
I mean,
I mean,
look,
he's good.
yeah,
He can do horror. So
Yeah.
he can. So
Bound to be
I'm
good.
really intrigued. Very intrigued.
Mhm.
But
Can't be
it's
worse
not going to
than,
be the
you
Neil
know-
Blanc. It's not going to be the Neil Blanc aliens that we could have got. So who cares? Was there any other points of the Sigourney Weaver cameo that you appreciated?
No,
Yutaka?
because it was a really like that was a true cameo to me.
Good.
Not much to
Okay,
it, but still just as fun.
Oh, yeah, no, agreed. Next one I will go with is Hulk Hogan in Gremlins 2.
I forgot about that.
I think I've
Oh
seen
my
this.
God.
Yes. When it just when the thing that when they're in when it like just when you're watching the film and then it pans out and actually you're in the cinema you're watching the film be played in a cinema, and
Oh
then the
my
Gremlins
God.
are taking the piss behind you, and then Hulk Hogan like stands up and like rips his top off and starts shouting at the Gremlins and tells them to start playing the movie again. Top tier hilarity.
I haven't seen that movie in ages. Oh, maybe I should watch it. Okay, I forgot about that one. That's
Yeah.
uh, mm,
It is
okay.
such a
Good one.
fun. It's just again, it's another one that is really it's really short, really silly. Doesn't like obviously with like the Sigourney Weaver one, like that has something to do with the plot, like the Anna Paquin and Kristen Bell one, like it's revert singing in expectations or whatever. This one, there is no rhyme or reason to it, just a cameo for a cameo's sake, just to have a fun time with
I
it.
mean,
Innit?
he was very popular at the time too, because that was what, late 80s?
Exactly.
Was that, or was that 90s? Did that hit 90s? I can't remember.
I think it was late. I think it was very late 80s.
Yeah, so he was like
Bordering on the
really
90s.
like not the height of his career, because I think that was the 90s, but he was like a star on the rise. So.
Oh, it was 1990.
Oh, okay. So yeah, no, he was getting there. So that I think that was
I think he was already there by that point, to be fair.
was he?
1990. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like he was already like he was Hulk Hogan, like.
Was.
Because didn't he have that really shit ninja film in 92 or 93?
Yeah. That's fair.
Not familiar with her work.
I'm not a fan.
I remember seeing him at an actual live WrestleMania event here in St. Louis when I was a kid.
Surprised he's not coming to our bloody event. All these other
What else
random
is
ass
he?
people are. They're not to do with horror.
But we've got one dude turning up, fucking taking over the whole of the bloody after party, apparently, and all he did was write a song for a fucking horror film.
Oh god.
Ooh, he's got fans.
We're gonna meet them that
Well-
night.
Who? Why? Song shit.
Yeah, but
apparently he's
hey,
built his
he's
whole
the-
career on that one song.
Listen,
That's
can
pretty
have a-
impressive. A lot of people can't do that. If he's surviving, I'll give you props for that, even if I don't like it.
I don't understand. It's like one hit. Well, like I understand a one-hit wonder.
Oh
I
my god, now I'm
understand
thinking of
one-hit
Bridget
wonders.
Jones' Diary. Was it 1 or 2? Like her friend?
Oh yeah, when he's like, yes,
Oh,
it's me.
yeah.
It's like, you're sitting on my
Yes.
wife's chest.
Yeah.
That would be me in a
That would be.
situation. Yes,
I love it in the
from
first
horror
one
hour.
when he's doing the phone.
Oh yeah, and he's got oh my god, he's like, it's tiny. I love that film.
Oh God, what have I just done?
And Liam would be Sally. Is it Sally Phillips? Where she's like, fuck him, fuck him if he's And then you'd be the girl with the short black hose drinking the wine, and she's like, everyone's just, oh,
I like that.
Yeah,
That's accurate. Let me drink my beer some more. I decided to switch.
David's Bridget, because
Oh,
he's the one with
absolutely.
fans. And
Nick's
eternally alone.
Nick could be either Mr. Darcy or could be Hugh Grant, and then we know who'd be the other one. We won't say it on camera.
No. Oh, Nick's Hugh Grant. He's a player.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Hulk Hogan. George, do you have any? Do we have how?
I've got
more each.
one more, but
Oh,
it's
I've got
one.
like a couple.
Oh, you can read them out, girl.
I've
You
got
see
like
what you.
3.
So my last one is the icon and the legend. It's Wes Craven in all of his Scream movies. In his Freddy the janitor in the first film, he's a doctor. I mean, very brief in the background in the second film. In the third one, he's with is it Silent Bob and
Silent Bob.
Yeah, he cameoed in their film, and then after that, and then they cameoed in his.
That was a fun.
Hey,
what did he say?
What happened to it's that chick off thing, Connie?
Connie
something.
fucking Chung is rude or something
Yeah.
like that.
Hey,
Yeah.
Connie, how's Maury?
That was
I didn't know who they were, but I googled after.
Thanks for ruining my last cameo, Craig.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, actually, no, I'm not sorry, because that's the way the world works. Sometimes things are ruined for you, and you have to deal with them, and that's going to be one of those times. But also in
dealing
Scream,
with any of your ruined shit.
I had to deal. The doctor had to deal with mine.
Oh, what?
Uh,
George is going to end up on the UK's first season of Botched. Yeah.
And in Scream 4, he was in a deleted scene as the coroner, but also him as himself in New Nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Oh, love that. So yeah, I just had to give him a little shout out because I know a lot of directors obviously cameo in their own films.
There was a couple cameos in that funeral scene too in New Nightmare.
Yeah, there was
like very like you wouldn't know it was them, and I thought that was really cool that some of those actors came back to like just do that scene.
Mm-hmm. So yes, that's my last one for the night. It's Wes Craven.
Okay.
A little bit. And George Romero also did some cameos in his,
and Stephen King did in his.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And Mike Flanagan. Anyway, everyone does it,
but since you did bring up Freddy, can I bring up a Freddy movie that had a cameo that shocked me?
Sure.
I didn't realize when I was growing up. Have you guys seen Freddy's Dead?
Yeah.
The
series.
Not the series. No, it's the Freddy 6.
Sorry. Oh, 6.
Nightmare on Elm Street 6.
That was thinking of
Freddy's
Freddy's Nightmares.
Sorry, okay. Yeah. Tom Arnold and Roseanne Barr.
What?
Were they in it?
Yes.
Josh has no clue who they are.
No, Roseanne Barr was something to do with RuPaul because that woman that the drag queen that should never be named, Sharon, said in her cameo thing, we were Roseanne Barr's job, we paid a nickel for it, and everyone was laughing anyway.
You don't know who Roseanne Barr is
Roseanne from the show Roseanne.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Yes.
And AbFab did the thing.
Okay. Well, she used to be married to Tom Arnold, and this was like I believe they were still married at the time and all that. And they popped up in Freddy 6 as and they were like, they were not the last, but they were like 2 adults who still lived in Elm Street. And obviously Elm Street, you can't have kids. And so when these teenagers popped up, they started like freaking out and getting weird. It was a crazy cameo.
Kids.
Good times. Okay, I didn't know that was in there. I'll go my last one. Bill Murray in Zombieland.
Oh yeah,
that was a fun death.
Genius. That was, to me, I think that is the best of way to have an actor cameo in something. The way it was done was so clever. It was so funny. It was so well done.
I thought
He
you were going
was
to say Grace
Bill Murray,
Randolph,
just
but
we said celebrities, darling. No, it was so well done. It was so well played, so well acted. Across the board from everyone. The scene with Woody Harrelson and Emma Stone, hilarious. Then you get the added bonus of the scene with Jesse Eisenberg. I was like, what's his name? Completely blanked on his name. You get obviously the added bonus of the scene with Jesse Eisenberg and Abigail Breslin, where Bill Murray goes to try and pretend to be dead and then gets killed.
I haven't
For
seen that
real.
film in years.
It's a good film.
It
It's
is.
very
I
fun.
love Zombieland. Zombieland 2, I think I overhyped it in my own head.
Still
Which is
haven't seen
why I
it.
think I don't.
Zoe
is why I
Dutch
don't think it-
cracks me up so
But
much.
Zoe Deutsch, oh my god, what a genius she was in
She
that
was
film.
so
She was
funny.
a revelation.
She
Just-
saved that movie for me.
He really did. If she wasn't in Zombieland 2, that would not have been a good film.
Highly agree.
then-
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you do get, he does come back and he does do a second cameo in Zombieland 2, which where he is promoting Garfield 3 as the zombie outbreak starts, which is where George made the Grace Randolph cameo joke, because Grace Randolph is a cameo in that as a reporter doing her job, interviewing Bill Murray for Garfield 3.
Check
And
it
she
out on
gets hit over the
IMDb.
head with a plate.
And that was the beginning of the end.
And that was the end. Oh, she died.
Anyways.
I can't say that. I'm still subscribed to
No.
it. I'm
Yeah,
paying.
I like Grace.
got
Do
no
I
issue
think
with
she's
it.
gone a bit cookie in the last couple of years? Yes.
Haven't we all though? In the
I love
last
it.
couple of years.
George is like,
Haven't we
I'm still
all?
paying for her, but I had to take a break from other people's Patreons.
Listen, I'm back. I'm so excited because Nick's
Mhm.
watching Practical Magic for this month. He hasn't seen it.
He's never seen it. What is with
This
you
is what I
people not
mean.
seeing some iconic films?
I get the brunt of everything, but me and Nick have seen like that. I'm on the same level of the movies we have and haven't seen. He said he saw it once very briefly when he was a child, but he can't remember anything about it.
But see, he still saw it though. You've never even knew it existed.
No, I didn't know it existed yet. I take things to the next level, but then I always take things to the
Ah,
next level.
Here's the level. Here's George.
Yeah.
Okay, George. Yutaka, do you want to run off your list of your last
Okay,
ones?
so Friday 13th,
Quickly.
part 6, Jason Lives. Tony Goldwyn's in it. The guy who played
know who that is.
President in Scandal. None of you guys watched? He was the villain in Ghost. You've never seen Ghost?
Yeah, but I didn't know there was a villain in Ghost.
Ghost is the one with Whoopi Goldberg, isn't it?
Yeah, he's the.
Never seen.
Of course, there's a
Mhm.
villain. He's the one who actually ended up paying. Like, he's the one who's trying to. He's with Demi Moore, and he ends up being actually the bad guy who orchestrated everything.
I haven't seen Ghost since I was a child.
Okay, fair that you'd never seen Scandal. All right, well, that was his first acting gig, and it was a quick cameo, and it was a quick kill. It's just he's very young. I mean, he's aged very nicely. Chiseled abs, chiseled. Oof.
None of this was quick.
Well, I didn't know you didn't know who he was. Sorry about that. Shit. And I'd already said the Roseanne Barr one. And then, of course, you've got you brought up Hulk Hogan, right? Have you heard of
did.
this movie called Santa's Sleigh with another famous
Like,
wrestler?
I haven't watched it. I've heard of it, and I know at the beginning there's like thing with like quite a few people in it with
Fran
cameos, isn't there?
Drescher, James Caan. Oh my god,
Rebecca
it was
Gayheart.
wild. All right, fair enough.
Slay me, Santa. Oh.
I mean, Goldberg is fine. He a big man.
Anymore?
No, I'm not gonna say
No,
anymore because
okay.
you'll just be like, I don't know who they are. I don't really care.
I don't know
I
her.
haven't seen it.
I can't believe I was keeping this out my mouth because I assumed as an old person you would be like harping on about this for about 4 hours. But you didn't mention Janet Leigh.
In H2O? No.
Shame on you.
Well, I mean,
You are a disgrace to your generation.
mm,
Mhm.
I mean,
Oh,
H2O is
baby
a great
boomers.
movie, and it also had Joseph Gordon-Levitt in a cameo before, like when he was kind of on the rise too.
I mean, I thought somebody was going to mention Tyra.
Ooh, no.
That wasn't a cameo. She was actually trying to act
She
there.
was billed as like a supporting character.
Yeah, but
You
the
know,
acting, the
Yeah.
actual real acting that she did was a cameo in it because it was very far and few between.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
And hey, no, actually, Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween Resurrection, that was a cameo as well.
That technically, yes,
Fair.
that was.
Fair. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Okay, so that was today's episode. Thank you for joining us today. If you would like more content, remember, do subscribe, press that notification bell so you're notified anytime we upload further content. If you do enjoy the content and want more content, we do have an after hours podcast that is available on our Patreon. All details linked below. You can also get access to other little bits and bobs that are available on Patreon, as well as early access. We also have a membership here on YouTube where Yutaka here will do weekly watch-alongs of everything good and proper coming in the horror
And sometimes
world.
shitty.
There we go. And
We
that
can
makes it
roast it.
fun because you can roast things. You can also interact with us on Twitter, which is at the Horror Hour TV. Sorry, Twitter/X and Instagram. And we also have a quiz series coming that is just finished. So if you would like to go, if you didn't watch it and would like to go back and watch it, it was very fun for October. So go back and watch it. Thank you. Goodbye.
goodbye.
You have been listening to the Horror Hour. See you next time.